Have you ever had head teachers push back on ICFP directly?
Both directly and indirectly, if I'm being honest.
The passive aggressive approach. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. I think the indirectly tends to be heads that potentially pay lip service to the process, or they let others get on with it. So, for example, I'm in a large secondary school, for example, and I've got a finance or a manager, or I've got a school business manager. I've got a curriculum deputy. So, you deal with it while I get on with other stuff. So I think that can sometimes be the indirectly part of it. But I think that more directly, I have had experience of a head teacher who was reluctant to engage. And so for me, that was about selling the scenarios where they would find ICFP useful. And so, for example, I gave the example, I don't know, let's say that a head of English comes to you and says, I've got a maternity leave coming up, so we need to recruit, one out, one in. But actually, if you have a look at the ICFP and you look at the bonus metric, for example, you might see that it's really high in English, suggesting that a bit of reorganisation can mitigate the need to recruit. And it's fine selling the scenario, but actually that did actually come to pass. And it didn't land until that is exactly it. It was the maternity cover scenario. And I remember the head saying to me, he said, Andy, you were right. I mean, it's great to hear that, isn't it? It's really useful to be able to say to the head of department, well, hold on, no, maybe we don't need to recruit. We can use our existing staffing, which is actually better for the pupils. We all know the problems that sometimes a new member of staff, a temporary member of staff, an agency member of staff might bring in terms of continuity and the pupils' familiarity with them. And so actually that head teacher did say, do you know what, I found it really useful. And I think that ultimately it's as with any system, if it works in practice and people can see the practical value of it, it sells itself.